So we talked about quadratics. We said a quadratic is either up and up or down and down. The way you know if a quadratic is up and up or down and down is you look at the leading coefficient. If it's positive, it opens up and up, making a minimum. If it's negative leading coefficient, it's down and down, making a maximum. Now, higher degrees kind of work the same way. If the leading coefficient is positive, then that means it opens up. And if it's negative, it opens down on the right. Okay? So I'm trying to face the same way as you. So if the leading coefficient is positive, it opens up on the right. If the leading coefficient is negative, it opens down on the right. And then you look at the degree. If the degree is even, it repeats itself. So if it opened up on the right, then it's going to open up on the left, if the degree is even. If it opened down on the right, degree is even, it'll also open down on the left. Okay, like a parabola is even to the second power, that's why it repeats itself on both sides. It's either up and up or down and down. Anything to the second power, fourth power, sixth power, eighth power are all up and up or down and down. Now if you have an odd degree, then it's going to be odd and do the opposite on the left than it did on the right. So if it opened up on the right, it'll open down on the left. And if it opened down on the right, it's going to open up on the left. Okay, so you can see evens will either be down and down, up and up, and odd degrees will be down and up or up and down. Okay, so how do you know which one it is? You look at the degree and the leading coefficient. So an example, (4x cubed minus 3x). You have to put it in standard form. We can look at the degree. 4x cubed is my leading term. And I look at the 4, is 4 a positive leading coefficient? Positive. So what that means is, because 4 is positive, it's going to open up on the right. Okay? Because 4 is positive. Now, the degree is 3, right? And we just learned that odd degrees do the opposite on the left than it does on the right. So if it's going up on the right, then it's going to do what on the left? It's going to go down. Okay? And so if someone asked you what is the behavior of this, what is the end behavior, you would say down and up. Okay. So you look at the leader, 4, it's positive, so it opens up on the right. Do tell you if it does the same on the left or if it does the opposite. If it's odd, it does the opposite. If it's even, it does the same thing. Okay? It's like this problem. A lot of kids will do this on the quiz Friday. They'll go, oh, the leader is -8. Yes, it is leader, but it's out of order, right? This is not in standard form. So you would need to put this in standard form first. Standard form, I would put -2x to the 4th first, right? So now I know it's a quartic. And then there's no other 4th powers. Then there's a 3rd power plus 8x cubed. 2nd power, this one. There's only one of them. Or actually there's -8 of them. -8 squareds. Or -8x squareds. And then plus 2. So the leading coefficient is what? -2. Which means, well, the leading coefficient tells you if it opens up or down on the right. So it's going to open down on the right, right? Because of this -2. Get my hand ready now. So if it opens down on the right, then you look at the degree, which is Well, it has nothing to do with it being positive, because all polynomials, to be a polynomial, has to have positive degrees. So it's because it's even. So evens do what? The same. So if it went down on the right, it's going to go down on the. Now this polynomial, without actually graphing it, I think it goes like this. I think it kind of looks something like this. Okay, so it curves a few times. And so if someone asks you for the behavior, you would say down and down. Yes?
And how do you know when it curves?
You really don't have to know this, how many times it curves and changes direction. All you need to know is that it's down and down. Okay. And if you're really curious, if you type this in the calculator, the graph will look like that. Yeah.